For quite a few months now, 3 or 4 months maybe, I've been drying and grinding up eggshells and saving them. Just a baby food Similac bottle. And I've got quite a few, and I've been saving them, and you grind them up. It's like, just like a nice powder, and it's real rich in calcium. And I do this mainly for my tomatoes. And before I add the other dirt that I made in this, I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle them in. Now I'll start doing some more, and I'll just keep adding to it. Grinding them up makes it easier for it to work into the soil, but it's not immediate. It takes quite a few months for it to break down and add that calcium to the soil for the tomatoes to really grow, to pick that nutrients up. So I'll just keep drying and cooking and grinding up. Just going to spread it out a little bit more even, and work it in. That dirt here is just a little bit damp, so it's sucking up in there pretty good, that water is. So I'm going to finish putting my dirt in, and we'll fill it up, check the water level again. Just going to spread this soil out just a little bit. I say soil, but it's soilless soil. Works really nice and loomy. And if you want to see how to make it, go back and check one of my videos in the beginning on the raised beds, and we show in detail how we made the soil. But it's basically 3 parts: peat moss, sphagnum peat moss, and vermiculite. Perlite maybe, but I use vermiculite. And different types of compost. Now this compost, I made some of it. I'm trying to refine my compost making style, but I bought some to mix with it. I was buying the compost at the big box stores, but I'll tell you, don't waste your money. It's junk. It's mainly clay. It says cow manure compost, but I don't think there's much of that in there. It's mainly clay and just junk. I've had poor results with it, so I've gotten away from it and tried to increase my production of my compost, and had much better luck. A lot of dirt in this bed. I've never had a raised bed that had this much depth to it. I've always stayed with like a 2x6 or 2x8 for my beds. And but even though I had to buy quite a bit of stuff for this bed, I usually try to use the stuff that I have to be efficient. The success that I've had on those sub-irrigated planters, I'm excited to see in a month or so how this is going to come out. I think it's going to be well worth the money. Now I'm ready to put my tomatoes in. Water my peppers while I got this out. It might rain a little bit tonight, but I'll tell you, it's been pretty dry, and I've had to water quite a bit. But the peppers are doing good. Normally I do square foot gardening, but tomato plants, I try to give them a little extra room. Instead of 12 by 12, I'll go a little wider. So I'm going to divide this inside of 45 inches into 3. Okay, so that's about 15 inches a piece, and that'll give me a little extra width both ways. And I'm going to do the same thing with the length. I'm going to take about half of it, about 3 foot, and so I'm going to get 6 plants in this, basically 3 by 4, and it'll be plenty. I've done this in 12 by 12 area, square foot, and it was okay. I just had to go with the single stem method, which is what I like anyway, instead of just letting them go. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and plant them. And now normally I like to raise my own seed and etc., but just busy with my job, I just didn't have time, so I bought these, and we'll see how they go. But anyway, the way that I do it is I break that bottom of that cup off and pull it out through the fat end, and then I just kind of break these up a little bit, and that root ball gets grown in there pretty good and tight, and so that's how I do it. These front 3 are better boy tomatoes. Give me a little bigger one, and they'll do fine. And for the sandwiches and juice.
Papa.
Oh, buddy.
Let me do it.
Huh? Stand right here. You want to stand right here? What you doing?
Let me do it.
I'm planting the tomatoes. You want to help me? Hmm?
Mom.
You want to help me? Mm.
Good.
It's good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, sad. You did Gemma. Sad.
Huh?
Gemma, sad.
Gemma?
It's sad.
What's Gemma doing?
It's sad. Gemma, sad.
I don't
Gemma
know.
is sad.
Gemma's sad?
Yeah.
Why is Gemma sad?
Bigger there, Papa. My bigger.
What?
It's it.
Push that dirt in. Like that. Go ahead and do that. You can touch it. Go ahead. Put it in up here. See this? Push that in. That's it. Huh? Where are you going? Come here. Where are you going? I've got a couple ideas, and I'm going to maybe try a different support system this year off of this. And, let me think about it and draw it up a little more, and then I'll give it a shot. And when I start putting it together, I'll give you a holler. Let you know.
Oh, that nice.
New addition to our garden. Little guy's got a sandbox. Grandma's teaching him how to use it. He's loving it.
Dump the truck.
Dump your dump truck.
Dump it.
Good job. Huh? What are you doing? Okay, YouTube. The new box is 90% done and filled and planted. I showed you earlier the 3 tomatoes in the back and the end are Roma, and the 3 up here are the better boys. this end and this corner I have a zucchini plant, and I have 3 squash. I just kind of made the design of the square foot with my fingers in the dirt. It's a combination of lettuce, spinach, radishes, carrots, and more carrots, I believe, in that one. Half of this from here up. I think I put more spinach because I know this zucchini plant is going to get really big, and it's going to cover up, and I'm worried about this half. It's going to get covered up, and there is absolutely nothing in this one because I know it's going to get covered up, that zucchini. Now the only thing I'm a little concerned about is zucchini and the squash. I've only had it happen to me one time. Sometimes when you plant zucchini and squash, they're of the same family, scientific family. They can cross-pollinate. It kind of changes the looks just a little bit. It still tastes okay, but to try to avoid that, because I don't want them in a weaving, I'm thinking about building a rack, sort of like a horizontal trellis off of the end. If I do that, I'll do a video on it and show you. I think it might be really neat. Usually the squash and cucumbers I grow on a vertical trellis, but I don't want to cast too much shade. I've already stopped a lot of the sun in the mornings on these lilies because of the height of this box. So I'm going to try a horizontal at about 8 feet or so and put it on legs, still get underneath it. If I decide to do it, I'll get you a video and show you. So for now, I'll try to do some videos and keep you updated on this garden. I'm pretty excited about it. And so now my little great-grandson that you seen earlier, he's got his sandbox out here, so he can come out and play while I'm doing it, and I'm sure he'll come over and help me, and then we may even swing a little bit. But for now, thanks for watching, and let me know if you decide to try this. If you have any better ideas. God bless. Take care.